car contained several plastic bags, or baggies, each containing 5 Adderall pills each, when Ray's prescription was only for 3 Adderall pills. Officer Doherty will state that he saw these baggies both on February 22nd and on March 26th, the day before Jason passed out. Officer Doherty will also testify that from his extensive knowledge in drug recognition and sales, having plastic bags with portioned amounts of a drug is common practice for dealers and not intended for personal use, but for sales. The defense will use tired and old tactics and attempt to divert suspicion from Ray to Alex Weaver. They will rely on speculative testimony to make circumstantial claims. This becomes clear when you look at their witnesses, Your Honor. The defendant, Ray Concha, will say anything to avoid a conviction. Avery Perkins is too biased with her award-winning band members to see any problem with her band. The defense will call Del Piper, a woman who has only known Ray for 1 year and thinks of her as a great person. But that's only in one part of Ray's life. Your Honor, in the rest of Ray's life, she is a drug dealer. The prosecution will present eyewitness evidence and expert testimony. The facts will show that Ray sold Adderall to Jason and that she knew selling him Adderall could be fatal. The prosecution would like you to find defendant Ray Concha guilty of Penal Code Section 187, second-degree murder, and guilty of California Health and Safety Code 11378, possession of drugs with intent to sell.
Thank you. Is the defense prepared to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And I'm Carter Dewing.
Last name again?
Dewing.
Dewing, thank you.
3 witnesses blinded by the need to blame. The principal, desperate for an end to his drug problem. The officer, desperate for an arrest. And the jealous student, desperate for a way out. These are the witnesses the prosecution will have you believe. But as you hear the evidence presented tonight, you will realize that it does not point toward my client, Ray Concha, but towards Alex Weaver. Now let's look at the morning of March 27th. That morning, Officer Doherty and Principal McAllister searched Ray's car. When they came to her car, it was unlocked. When they showed Ray the contents of her car, she denied that any of the items belonged to her. Now, if I may turn your attention to exhibit.
Well, let's do a couple of things. Why don't you go back there for a second? I'm a judge here.
Okay.
This is my courtroom, so if you want to come up here,
Okay.
why don't you ask me first?
Oh, I apologize, Your Honor. May I approach or enter the well?
You
Approach the
may
exhibit?
certainly do that. Instead of turning my attention, you can invite me to look at something. If
Okay.
you do so, please proceed.
Okay. Sorry, Your Honor. Now, the contents of Ray's car included a blue backpack, a wad of bills, and Adderall. Now, let's look at the backpack. The backpack found in Ray's car had black and gray nylon zippers, which would not match the description of Ray's backpack, which had blue and black nylon zippers. The wad of bills. You will hear tonight that Avery Perkins had to warn Alex Weaver for flashing around a large wad of bills in her classroom. And finally, the Adderall pills. You will learn that it was common knowledge on the school ground that Ray had a prescription for Adderall. She had no need to keep the Adderall in generic pill bottles. Furthermore, there were no fingerprint evidence or any evidence that ties these pills to my client, Ray Concha. You will learn about an incident in January in which Alex confronted Ray about sharing her Addy with Alex. Later that same day, Ray's car had been broken into, and the only thing missing was a brand new bottle of Adderall containing 90 pills. Now, as you hear the evidence presented tonight, we are confident that you will find my client, Ray Concha, not guilty of possession of a drug or of a controlled substance with the intent to sell, or second-degree murder of Jason Johnson. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you very much.